Many people, including children, are feared to be trapped after a three-storey building collapsed in Nigeria's commercial capital, Lagos. Rescue efforts have begun. So far, there's been no information on any casualties. The third floor of the building houses a private school. We will bring you more on that breaking story when we come to it. We do have our correspondent Deji Badmus joining us on the phone from Lagos in Nigeria. Deji, how near are we to bringing these people to safety, do you think?
Well, Jeff, we still do not have a clear idea now. What the officials are saying is that 50 persons have actually been brought out of the bubble, 40 of them alive, 10 dead. That's the official statement now from the rescue, the emergency agencies here. It's a chaotic situation here, to be candid. The crowd here is massive, and the people who are actually helping are the people who live around, first responders. They're actually the one who are helping to rescue, to carry out the rescue operation. The emergency agencies themselves, they seem to be outnumbered, to be candid. It's a very tight area of Lagos, a very narrow street. The state government just succeeded in bringing in heavy equipment now. It took a long time to get that equipment down here. It's a terrible situation. Too tight, densely populated, and a very, very narrow street.
Deji, certainly a terrible situation, but sadly not a unique one. Nigeria has often been hit by collapses of buildings such as these, many similar incidents, very often due to weak enforcement of regulations and poor construction materials. I know this is very early days, and right now our thoughts are getting these people out safely, but do we have at this early stage any idea of what has caused this?
Well, basically, it was a terrible building. We're talking about a three-story building. What we are gathering from the people on the ground here is that the building had actually been marked for demolition, but that somehow the state authorities did not carry out the demolition. But there is a possibility that the people who were supposed to carry out the demolition may have been bribed. Quite a number of the houses in these streets have been marked for demolition, but they've not been demolished. And this particular building, we understand, was marked for demolition. It was in a very bad shape. Even as I speak to you right now, I can see a lot of the buildings around in a very terrible shape. I mean, you can clearly see that there are just dangers now waiting to happen. So, Jeff, it's actually, as you said, it's not the first time this will be happening. And most of the collapse we've had, most of the building collapse we've had in Lagos have actually happened around this area, the area where this incident happened. Around this area, I would say 90% of the building collapse we've had in Lagos have actually happened here. So it is everyone's imagination why the authorities have actually not taken drastic action now to bring the situation under control. Bring down buildings that are bad and ensure that people comply to the safe building code and regulations. So it's really terrible.
Okay, Deji Badmus live for us there in Lagos. Thank you for that.